Hey mama, if you're listening to this, you might be carrying a secret that feels too heavy to speak out loud. You look like you got it all together, you serve at church, maybe you even lead a Bible study. You smile when you drop off the kids, but no one sees the other side of you, the one that comes out behind closed doors. At home, you are a completely different person. You yell, you explode, you scream at your kids, sometimes in their face. You tell them to shut up. You grab them too harshly. You throw things across the room. You smack them in anger, twist their ears, spank them in rage, and immediately after, you are hit with a tidal wave of shame. You cry alone in your room and you whisper, "God, what is wrong with me?" You feel scared and disgusted by your own reactions. You're terrified that someone might find out. You wonder if your kids would be better off without you. You feel unworthy, broken, and too far gone to be redeemed. You try to fix this on your own. You listen to podcasts, parenting books, download freebies, but nothing changes. You keep falling back into the same patterns, and it feels like you are stuck in a cycle that you can't break. You don't trust yourself anymore, and if you're honest, you are afraid of who you've become. But here's the truth, Mama. You are not beyond hope. You're not alone, and with God's help and the right support, you can change. I'm Elizabeth, a mom of 4 and an anger management coach for Christian moms. And inside my Calm Christian Mom coaching program, I guide women just like you through a powerful transformation. This isn't shallow behavior management. We go deep. We address your triggers, your stress, your mindset, your nervous system, and the spiritual root behind your patterns. We invite God into every layer and walk hand in hand towards healing. In just 12 weeks, you can become a completely different mom, unrecognizable. One who leads with patience, not panic. One whose children feel emotionally safe around her. One who cultivates peace. This summer, I'm offering a Calm Mama strategy session, a powerful 15-minute one-on-one coaching session designed to help you uncover the root of your anger and receive spiritual, emotional, and practical support. It's your chance to experience what coaching is like with me before diving deeper into ongoing support. If we both feel like the full program is the next right step, we can talk about what that looks like for you. You don't have to keep living like this. Your family is worth healing, and so are you. Use the link in the show notes to book the Calm Mama strategy session. Before we jump into this podcast episode, I wanted to share with you an audio clip from one of my clients that's been working with me for about a month. And she gave me permission to share this clip. She joined Calm Christian Mom Coaching Program. She's a mom of 3 little kids and stays home with them most of the time. She does work on weekends as a nurse, but most of the time she stays home with her kids. And she struggled with reacting in frustrating ways that were not aligned with the kind of mom that she wanted to be. Just struggling with a lot of frustration and agitation in motherhood. I'm going to share with you this short clip that she shared with me, which she started to notice positive changes in her motherhood already in just several weeks of working together. So listen in, and then we'll get into the podcast episode.
Good morning, Elizabeth. I did adjust a bunch of notifications. That's helping just not having like any audio input during the day. So like no podcasts, no videos, like not trying to do that while also trying to take care of my kids. I feel like that has been incredibly helpful. Just like decreasing the audio stimulation has been really game changing for me. So I'm really thankful for that. We were making him a cake this morning, and I feel like trying to involve my kids in that would just typically be something that's just stressful. They're like putting their hands in everything and like getting stuff on the floor. And this morning I just felt like I just kind of embraced the process, and I was proud of the way that I showed up and like made the memories with them making the cake. So I feel like that's one win. And then I've also been doing the vision writing about my daughter and her like constantly asking to go to the bathroom. So she is potty trained, but she's in that season where it's like a novelty to go to the bathroom. And so sometimes she's like asking to go to the bathroom when she doesn't actually need to go to the bathroom. And she is potty trained, but not to the point that like we fully trust her in the bathroom by herself. So we usually do take her and stuff. And so it's been kind of a frustration to me to have her like constantly asking to go to the bathroom. And so I've been doing the vision writing about that and just trying to have a different mindset on it. And then this morning, as I was like pouring the water, draining the potatoes, my daughter's like saying that she needs to go potty. And like typically I would have gotten really frustrated with that in the past, but I was like almost surprised in the way that I responded. I was like, okay, like I'll take you. I just set down the pot of water with all the potatoes in it. And I just like set it down and then took her to the bathroom and then came back. And it wasn't like something that I feel like what I would have responded very differently to in the past or even a few weeks ago. I was almost like shocked or surprised by the way that like I responded in that moment. It was almost like not like me at all. So I was really encouraged by that.
My dear friend, Mama, are you feeling like you're drowning this summer and the summer is just slipping through your fingers? Are you reacting, yelling, shoving, yanking your kids' arms, and then crying in shame afterwards? Do you ever feel like you are a monster by the way that you treat your kids? I know that you want to enjoy the summer with your kids, but you find yourself hating the way that you show up. Maybe you've tried reading the books, listening to podcasts, implementing healthy habits, but nothing has truly changed you inside out. If that is you, my friend, I want you to lean into this podcast episode because today I'm going to share with you why you might be hitting a wall and what is missing in your journey to becoming the calm, patient mom that you long to be. So one of the things I want you to understand is that you need more than just self-help to transform your motherhood, okay? You also need God. Yes, there are practical things that you can implement to change your reactivity levels, to be less triggered. And self-help has limits. God is the one that truly transforms us inside out. You are going to see progress by doing all the things like journaling and mindset work and setting boundaries with your kids and others, regulating your nervous system. I worked with moms that are believers and moms that are non-believers. And what I've noticed is that moms that are believers, they can make progress further because they are working together with God on this journey. Self-help can only take you so far. Eventually, your flesh is going to win and it's going to take over. Your patience will run out. You will hit a wall. Why? Because we are sinful people by nature. We need the Holy Spirit to truly change us from inside out. Here's a Bible verse that I want to read to you, John 15:5. Jesus says, I am the vine and you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. What he is referring to is you are going to bear the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, patience, kindness, self-control. You are going to be able to bear that fruit because you are connected to Jesus Christ. The second thing that I want you to know and understand is that you need the supernatural strength of God to respond and not react. There will be moments when you feel exhausted, when you feel overstimulated, when nothing that you've practiced and that you know to do is working. That is when you need the strength of God that only God can give you. The grace to pause, to breathe, and to choose a different response. You don't need just the behavior change. You need a hard transformation. So when you have a hard moment with your kids, when your day just feels so hard and challenging, when your children are not cooperating, when they're not listening, when you have a toddler melting down for the millionth time, by the way, I had a day like that today. If you just pause and you say, Jesus, please help me in this moment. This feels really, really hard and I need your help. Please help me right now. Give me the right perspective. Give me the right words to speak and the right actions to take that are aligned with the mom that you're calling me to be. You need God to give you the supernatural strength to respond in hard moments and not react in anger. In 2 Corinthians 12:9, God says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." We have limits as humans, and when we lean on God in those hard moments, that's when God comes through and His power shows up, because when we are weak, He is strong. And the third thing that I wanted to share with you is, if we want to become like Jesus, if we want to be Christ-like, we need to spend time with Jesus. Becoming like Jesus starts with spending time with Him on a regular basis. You become like the people you spend the most time with. If you can think of like when you were a teenager and you would hang out with that one friend that would say certain phrases, and you would find yourself picking up those phrases and speaking the way that your friend speaks. If you want to parent like Jesus, if you want to be patient, gentle, self-controlled, you need to spend time with Him. Mornings are powerful. Yes, they are super powerful. And if it's possible where you are right now in life to start out in the morning to spend your time with Jesus, but life, little ones, is full, and there are other creative ways to connect with God in this season. You can listen to a short devotional. You can pray while you take a shower. You can listen to worship music. You can have a Bible verse that is on your bathroom mirror that you're reading and memorizing. There's other ways than just sitting down and reading the scriptures. Yes, that is helpful. And I love audiobooks, and listening to the Bible on audio is also super helpful. And I know that that's not always possible, but inviting God into your day, you can start in that way. It's not about having the perfect quiet time, but it's about staying close with God on this journey in motherhood, for Him to sanctify you and for Him to transform you. The Bible says in Romans 12:2, "Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." If we want to be able to renew our mind, we need to spend time with Jesus so He can renew our mind and so He can give us those perspectives that allow us to be more patient and empowered in motherhood. Now, Mama, if everything I said today resonates with your heart and you know you can't keep going at this alone, if you're done screaming in your kids' faces, yanking their arms, twisting their ears, shoving them on the bed, if you feel afraid someone might hear how you treat your kids and you're drowning in shame and guilt, I want to invite you to book a Calm Mama strategy session. This summer, I am offering you a 15-minute coaching call where we get to the root of your anger, and you will walk away with tangible tools that you can begin to transform your motherhood immediately. This is your chance to try out coaching before committing to my full 12-week program. And after the call, if we both agree that there's more support that would be helpful for you, and you are interested and you're ready to do the work, I can share with you what it looks like to work in my coaching container with me. And yes, your transformation is guaranteed in my coaching program. If you do not get results in my 12-week coaching program, you will get a full refund at the end. And we sign a contract on that, because I truly believe in what is possible for you with God's help. So the next step would be to click the link in the show notes to schedule your Calm Mama strategy session, and let this be the first step to real and lasting change. Hey Mama, do you find yourself snapping over the smallest things, like spilled milk or constant whining, then feeling horrible afterwards? If you're tired of losing your temper and you want to show up with more patience, I have something for you. It's a free training called How to Be More Patient with Your Kids so you're not screaming over spilled milk. Inside, I'll walk you through 10 simple things you can start doing today to become a calmer, more Christ-like mom, even on the hard days. To get it for free, just leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and send a screenshot to hello@emotionallyhealthylegacy.com. Or if you'd rather skip the wait, you can grab it right now for just $27. The link is in the show notes. Let's help you become the peaceful, patient mom your kids need.